Welcome to Infinite Feed. Today, we're diving into the life and legacy of a man who is often called the father of the nation.
On February 22nd, 1732, in the quiet town of Westmoreland County, Virginia, a future leader was born. His name was George Washington, a man who would become synonymous with the birth of the United States of America. Though Washington was born into a world that seemed far removed from the dream of independence, his courage, integrity, and leadership would eventually shape the course of an entire nation. But before he became the first president of the United States, George Washington's journey began in the fields of Virginia. Growing up on a tobacco plantation, Washington was educated through private tutors and self-study, developing a strong work ethic and a deep sense of responsibility. In his early 20s, he was appointed a surveyor for the Virginia frontier, gaining invaluable knowledge of the land that would later prove crucial during the Revolutionary War. In the 1750s, Washington's military career began during the French and Indian War. As a young officer, he showed remarkable leadership, but also faced harsh realities of battle. These early experiences laid the groundwork for his legendary role in the American Revolution. Fast forward to 1775. As tensions between the American colonies and Great Britain escalated, George Washington was chosen to lead the Continental Army in the fight for independence. It was a task that would require not only military strategy, but unwavering resolve. From the icy Delaware River to the frozen fields of Valley Forge, Washington proved himself a leader who was willing to endure the same hardships as his soldiers. His famous crossing of the Delaware on Christmas night 1776 was a pivotal moment in the war, turning the tide in favor of the American cause. After 8 grueling years, Washington's leadership culminated in victory at the Battle of Yorktown in 1781, securing the freedom of the colonies and the birth of a new nation. With independence achieved, Washington could have walked away, his mission fulfilled. But the nation was still fragile. The newly formed United States needed a leader who could unite the people and solidify the government. In 1789, George Washington was unanimously elected the first president of the United States. Though he was hesitant to assume power, Washington understood that his leadership was crucial to the survival of the fledgling republic. As president, he set precedents that still shape the role today: the peaceful transfer of power, the importance of a cabinet of advisors, and the understanding that no one, not even the president, is above the law. Washington's presidency was marked by the creation of key government institutions, including the establishment of the First National Bank, the ratification of the Bill of Rights, and the shaping of the foreign policy that would keep the young nation out of entangling alliances. Perhaps his greatest contribution was his decision to step down after 2 terms. By voluntarily relinquishing power, Washington set the precedent for the peaceful transfer of leadership, an enduring symbol of democratic principles that still stands as a cornerstone of American democracy. George Washington's legacy is far more than that of a military leader or political figure. He became a symbol of unity, integrity, and selfless service. His name is etched in history not just for what he did, but for the ideals he embodied, values that would define the United States for generations to come. Today, George Washington's influence continues to resonate. His vision, his courage, and his commitment to the greater good laid the foundation for a nation that stands as a beacon of liberty and democracy around the world. George Washington may have left office in 1797, but his spirit lives on in every corner of the country he helped to create. He was not just the first president of the United States, he was the father of the nation, whose leadership continues to guide and inspire the people of America. His legacy remains as strong as the ideals for which he fought, a legacy that endures in the heart of every citizen and in the promise of a free and united nation.
Follow for more.